Welcome to Olympian Cares, giving the best in water testing and analysis. So how do you know if you should have your water tested by standards from the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency? Well, to answer that, we can take a look at their information. So should you have your water tested in the first place? The answer to the question depends on several factors. It concerns your health and the health of your family, so you need to know some basic facts. In addition to illness, a variety of serious problems such as taste, color, odor, and the staining of your clothes or fixtures are signs of possible water quality problems. Other things to think about include the nearness of your water to septic systems and the composition of your home's plumbing materials. We talk about this a lot, wastewater and where it can be prevalent in a lot of big cities, Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx. It's a good idea to take a look and see if it's close to a septic system, what's going on there, is there filtration, and there's also a fact sheet that provides you with information, decide whether or not you have your water tested, and if so, suggests for your situation. And it has questions like, do you suspect lead may be in some of your household plumbing materials and water service lines? Are you considering a home water treatment unit? And you can take a look at the information there as well. They also have public water systems. So it's not just private, but when you turn on the tap, where does the water come from? If you pay a water bill, you're purchasing the water from a public water system. So if you're in a big city, like I mentioned, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, then you're going to get your water from that water system and it's going to be filtered. That doesn't mean it can't get contaminated when it comes into your home, but where your water is monitored and tested, the results reported to the federal, state, or tribal drinking water agencies are responsible for making sure it meets the national primary drinking water standards. And that's good. That's a first line of defense. But the second line is to have your water periodically tested once it gets into your home, because you don't know if any additional contaminants can be picked up. And your water company must notify you when contaminants are in the water they provide, that they may cause illness or other problems. And most people in the U.S. receive water from a community water system that provides its customers with annual water quality reports, known as consumer confidence reports. We've done a lot of these on the channel that you can take a look at and learn from. Normally receive it with your water bill in a year in July, and the report contains information on contaminants found, possible health effects, and the water source. If you don't receive a report, contact your water company for this information. That's another good reason to do testing. Do the contaminants with your consumer report line up with your professional report, and are the contaminants dangerous? That's something you definitely want to get analyzed and checked for. And also, there's private water supplies. So if you have a well, maybe you're in a rural area, and if your drinking water does not come from a public water system, or you get drinking water from a household well, you're responsible for ensuring it's safe. The reason for this is routine testing for a few common most contaminants is highly recommended. Even if you have a safe water supply, testing can be extremely valuable. Also has information on how frequently you should test, and do agree with this. Test water every year for total coliform bacteria, nitrates, total dissolved solids, and pH levels. And some things to consider if you're having a new baby in the household. Do you have any taste, odor, or staining issues? Have you had a chemical or fuel spill? Is someone in your household pregnant or nursing? It's especially good to know if there's any lead, and make sure if there is that that's solved immediately. Do you know who can test your water? Now, that is the biggest question. You want someone who's been doing it for a while, as Olympian Cares has been doing it since 1991, and it's always a good idea to have seasoned professionals help you with your water testing and analysis.